Hi, it's Ileana, and today I am going to be discussing several topics. I was asked, how do I know that I'm not being infiltrated or infested by something? I'm not, because I keep my body pure. I always scan my body for entity attachments, parasites, negative energies. I always am aware, self-aware what's going on in my soul and in my body. And I always do the self-checks that I'm not being mind controlled or mind manipulated by negative entities, by extraterrestrials, by demons, by black magic practitioners, by dark forces. I check for everything. I also check for implants, that I'm not being infested with implants, thought patterns, and any type of artificial intelligences like AI, frequencies, signals. I check for all of that, and implants as well. And because negative beings, negative entities like the Greys, the reptilians, they can send mind connection, infiltration through holographic technologies. And you think you're in contact with positive beings, but you're not. You're being mind controlled and mind manipulated. I've seen this in remote viewing. I've seen this happen by looking at people's soul field energies, auric field, soul spark. This is a time of transition. This is a time of changes. And I'm very diligent and self-aware about maintaining myself so I'm not infiltrated and I'm not being manipulated by something outside of myself. I do the inner work. I do the shadow work. I do energy healing on myself. And so tonight is February 25th, 2022. And I was asked to do a session for entity attachment removal. And I called the person. I was feeling that something was off, so I called the person to talk to them because I could feel like there was dark energy targeting their throat, targeting their feet, targeting their pelvis, targeting their genitals, and just tight squeezing the life force out of them. So I could already feel it even before I spoke to the person on the phone. And when I connected to the person, I could feel their lungs being squeezed. It was hard for them to talk. Their throat was being targeted and squeezed. Their legs, their pelvis, their genitals, their feet. That's what was being targeted. So I felt there was demonic energy. There was death magic, dark magic, cursing, and voodoo. And all of that is targeting them. All of those things. And then I was suddenly being attacked after that phone conversation. I felt my throat being choked. Literally, it was hard for me to talk. And I am a white light magic Wiccan practitioner. I'm trained to remove demonic entities. I'm trained to remove parasites. I'm trained to remove negative energies, dark energies, implants, curses, death magic, dark magic, negative beings, technologies, negative AI signals. I'm trained to remove all of that stuff out of the soul, out of the auric fields, out of the soul monad, the blueprint, the physical body, the energetics. So I was clearing demonic entities from myself because I felt I was being attacked. So I was clearing demonic entities. I was clearing negative extraterrestrials. I was clearing death magic, dark magic, cursing, voodoo. negative source fields. I was removing, revoking, banishing, clearing implants, negative thought forms, energy attachments, parasites, cutting the ACA cords, cutting any soul agreements, basically revoking, banishing, and binding all of those things. And putting in protection shields that nothing could impact me, nothing could come into my body, into my soul, to my auric fields, into my energetic shields, into my frequencies, and nothing could hurt me physically. So I was doing banishing, I was doing revoking, I was doing removing of everything, and I was using certain phrasing and also working with the blue ray, the purple ray, and the white rays of universal light fields to do this work, as well as my own banishment ritual, revocation ritual, energy cleansing, entity attachment removing. Everything that's in my toolkit, I was utilizing it for this work. Because if I didn't do that work, these entities, these people who are targeting this individual, they would have used death magic against me. They would have used black magic against me. They would have used entity attachment against me. They would have drained my energy with bad frequencies. They were hurling anything and everything that they could at me. They're attacking the person. So 1 hour of energy healing would not have undone the curses, the death magic, the dark magic, and the entity attachments, as well as removing the dark energies, banishing all of these beings, revoking the dark magic, removing the cursing, removing the death traps, the death magic, the dark magic, and the entities. Demons, reptiles, bad energies, bad frequencies, all of that was being hurled at the person and then at me. It's like a battering ram. It's like cannon fire, energetic warfare at its worst case scenario. So I could feel all of that. I could see all of that psychically. I knew exactly what was going on, and I knew I had to cleanse myself, purge these energies, dissolve them, remove them, and send them back to the light, and to purify all of that and, dissolve it and remove it from everything. Like I did every type of banishment, removal, revocation, soul contracts, everything possible to remove, I did just in case. So nothing could slip in. Everything had to be energetically cleansed, purified, and work on my sovereignty, that nothing can hurt me physically, that nothing can energetically hurt me, nothing can hurt me on the soul level, that I'm protected, that I'm a sovereign free will being. So mote it be, as above, so below, as above, so below, and recalibrating all my energetic shields, my auric fields, my electromagnetic energy frequency, everything, doing the whole work of what I do as a healer, as a shaman, and a white light magic Wiccan practitioner. Not just removing entities, but making sure nothing stays in my own body field, that I'm not connected to anything. Removing all ACA cords, all energy fields, anything negative and bad, removing that from myself, like cleansing, cleaning out my soul, my physical body, and blocking off these attacks, warding it off, banishing it, removing it, binding it, and going through the whole clearing list. So I know if I'm being attacked by something or someone that is of negative nature. I could feel the frequencies, what's wrong, and why it's happening to me from a psychic perspective, from an energetic perspective, from a physical perspective. I know what it is, and I know what I need to do to remove it from myself. And for this particular case, 1 hour of energy healing would not have solved the problem, the issues. It's too many things that need to be cleared and fixed. And I do all my energy healing sessions through online sessions, through Zoom. And I felt for this person, they need to see a professional entity attachment, parasite removal, as well as dealing with the banishment of the death magic, the death traps, that needs to be banished, that needs to be revoked. All those energies need to be revoked and cleared, as well as the entities, the demons and the reptilianoid frequencies. All of that needs to be removed and banished and cleared and purified from the soul, from the physical, from everything. And the acrid cords need to be cut and removed. So all cords need to be cut, removed between the person who's being attacked and the beings and entities. And also the voodoo, the dark magic needs to be revoked and cleared and canceled. So there's a lot, and that would be several hours. So I honestly would not be able to do that all in 1 hour. So I said that it would be best if the person found somebody who could do this for them in a physical session. As I feel intuitively, that would be best, based on what was being sent my way, and what I had to do in the clearing and the banishment, the binding of the dark magic, the death traps, the cursing and the voodoo. Like, I had to revoke all of that, plus the entity attachment that was being sent my way. So it took me an hour and a bit to do that, to cleanse myself and purify myself and go through all the checklist and remove everything, just in case. So not leaving an energetic back door for these things to come back, because I could just feel them attacking me, and I had to clear it all. I had to take my time to be thorough so nothing infiltrates me and nothing infests me. So this is the answer to that question. I know by feeling its frequency, by the negativity, by the entities, the beings. I know the type, I know the source, the how, the why, the who, and why I'm attacked and targeted. And that I need to protect myself and clear that and purify that, revoke it, remove it, cut the cords, do the banishment, do the binding rituals if I need, if it's dark magic, death spells, death traps, if it's cursing, or if it's voodoo, or any other type of dark magic. There's many types of ritualistic magic that you could be targeted with. Or it is, it could be AI, it could be signal frequencies from directed energy, beam weapons. It could be anything and everything. There's a gamut. Implants, energetic infiltration, negative energies, frequencies. There's a gamut of things, and all of that needs to be looked at within the soul and the body and to be cleared, to clean it all out, to be a healthy living organism and a healthy being. And I had to do that and take an hour and something to do that, to cleanse and purify myself, because I don't want any of that attachment on me. And as a healer and a psychic, I could feel it all coming at me. So everything needed to be cleaned, cleared, cleansed, purified, removed, dissolved, and all these energetic frequencies blocked as well. And my shields, energy shields, were calibrated for protection and shielding. That's very important. So if you're experiencing these types of attacks, please ask questions of the energy healer, the shaman, whoever you're going to get the entity attachment removal and anything else to be healed and cleansed. Ask them if they're able to remove the dark magic, the death magic, the death traps, the cursing, the voodoo, any other type of black magic, and the entities as well. So ask them if they could do that kind of healing and cleansing, not just entity attachment removal, because what was happening tonight was much more than just entities and attachments. It was full-on death targeting with death magic and other death traps and soul traps and cursing and voodoo. There was a lot of components here, plus the entities, the demonic, the reptilian frequencies. All of that had to be revoked and cleansed and cleared. So, and it couldn't be done in 1 hour for the person. I could sense what needed to be done, and in all fairness, I suggested that they need to see somebody else in person for this, because it's intricate work that needs to be done to heal all of that and to allow the person to be free of all of those things. So this is what I wanted to talk about tonight and share from this experience and what I did, because I used every tool, every word, everything I know about revocation, about banishment, about cleansing, clearing, purifying the soul from a magic perspective, from white light magic perspective, from a healing perspective, from a shamanic perspective, doing the banishing rituals, doing the revocation rituals, doing the soul contract ritual removal, cutting the cords, the ties that bind, removing all negative frequencies, energies, implant removal, everything, entities, parasites, AI frequencies, signals, everything, directed energy beam weapons, any type of negative frequencies, energies, all of it. Cleansing, removing, binding, dark magic, death magic, soul traps, voodoo, cursing, binding that, banishing that, removing that from myself, all of it. I went through all of it to make sure nothing would stick, because it had to go. So I just wanted to share that and what I needed to do to make sure I didn't get infested or infiltrated by any of this stuff tonight. So thank you so much, and namaste.